Welcome to a casual conversation today. I guess I want to just test to see how some of this workflow goes. Life's full of tests, and I heard something interesting actually. Someone was talking about thinking about and thinking not only about what we're going to say, but how we present ourselves, how we approach things from the angle of values. And values were kind of used to be the lens through which we think, through which we structure our thoughts, through which we make decisions. And on a large part, I would say I subscribe to that mostly. And I would also advocate for that as well. I would say for people to strengthen their character through their values, to strengthen their understanding of life, to generate and create their worldview through their values, to build relationships around their values. But the interesting part for me that sort of stood out was that where I heard this from, it was just said, you just adopt a value. And that came across as quite haphazard. And it makes sense when we think about it from a sort of empiricistic point of view. So take a value and think with it, use it for decisions, see how it works out for you, and then adjust as you go. And that can take a lifetime. And we have a lifetime for a very finite window. And it would make more sense, just like we have in science, we stand on the shoulder of giants and we have this kind of constructivist way of thinking about life. You know, we build on what we already know. And so we don't have to keep relearning everything from scratch. When we wake up in the morning, we don't sort of reboot to an empty disk, an empty vessel. There is a build-up, there's an amalgam, there's a consolidation of previous information. We have memories, we have learnings, tacit knowledge, muscle memory, wisdom that develops over time. And frankly, if I have to spend a lifetime to do trial and error, and there is a place for that, I think it has a form of, let's call it, it has utility. Trial and error has utility. It's an important tool, but it's one tool. It shouldn't be the entire frame. So the beauty of Islam, our deen, is that we have models, we have exemplary pieces of knowledge, we have narratives, that we have lessons, we have characters that will echo through to eternity. We have, of course, the prophets of Allah, alayhi, and the best of those prophets, and Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was an exemplary character and the best of creation and the best of mankind. And this is a beautiful model, and it seems like a straightforward thing, but people who have challenges with forming and developing and building identity try to do that from scratch. Try to look around what other people are doing, what other men are doing, learning through experiences, dealing with life, falling and getting up and learning the element of, resilience, for example. So what am I trying to say? Instead of haphazardly just choosing a value, let's use our Islamic values as lenses through which we can practice life so that we develop that sense of wisdom with the will of Allah Azza to allow us to move through life without as many errors. Yes, we make errors, and it's about learning from those errors and coming up and trying to reduce the errors as we learn. It's a part of humanity. It's unavoidable. And so when we have a perfected frame, we may not attain perfection, but we aspire for perfection. And so a simple value of being honest because we're accountable to Allah, making friendships through that, making decisions through that, having conversations around that, speaking through that frame of the value of honesty and truth can not only help ourselves develop that sense of identity, but it can portray and project that as well. And people can get to know us for that, and they can resonate with that, and they can see the strength in that. A very simple one, it's quite universal, but there might be other more nuanced values that may not be so apparent, that may take, a lifetime to discover before adoption. So just wanted to share that. Think through your values, make decisions through your values, speak through your values, behave around your values, and you'll find that the disconnection, the cognitive dissonance will reduce over time, and you'll find strength in yourself. You'll build character, and you'll allow yourself to be understood, and you may even become an influencer of men.